Hey friends, my name is Sybil Sixpence, and today we are building this cozy gardener's cottage full of shape, flowers, and sweet spring charm. For this build, I am using Mizuno 16 Craft Resource Pack, and April's mod of the month is Macaw's Lights and Lamps for those warm little garden glows. Here's the materials list for the build. Pause here, gather your blocks, and when you're ready, let's get started. When you take an account of the garden area, you're going to need a 20 by 10. We're starting with a 19 by 10 floor plan. The main body is a 9 by 10 and the sunroom is going to be a 5 by 6. There's going to be a little nook for a 4 by 5 space and then a 3 by 2 space left over from the chimney. For the foundation, I'm mixing granite with spruce planks. This gives the cottage a warm base that helps you separate the structure from the garden just a little bit. Nothing wild here yet, just getting our bones in place. Now let's build the walls up, 5 blocks high. I'm using stripped spruce on the corners for the structures, then filling the wall sections with granite. I just really appreciate this texture pack and the way that it makes granite look. Already it's looking really nice. Once I have the wall fully filled in, I'm just going to be randomly punching holes. Yours might not look the same as mine, but I'm going to punch holes into the walls and mixing the regular granite, the polished granite, and the double stacked granite slabs. And this helps the wall feel softer and older instead of flat and plain. Don't be afraid to vary it as you go. Texture is what makes a simple wall feel alive. Appearance could also be varied based on your favorite texture pack. Next, I'm adding granite walls around the windows for extra details, and I'm using orange glass panes. Love the warm glow that they give, especially once the sun starts hitting the house. It feels cozy without trying too hard. Moving around to the sunroom, I'm using cyan glass blocks just to give the space of its own a personality. Now I'm trimming the tops of the wall with stripped spruce logs. This helps frame the build and give the roof something nice to sit on. The first roof shape is the soft bell-shaped curve. It helps the cottage feel more storybook and less boxy. I will blend that into a more rounded roof shape just to soften the profile and keep the lines moving. And right here is where I realized I made a little mistake. I built the nook 1 block too wide. Now, I build pretty organically, so this kind of thing does happen, and honestly, that's okay. The floor plan I gave you at the beginning of the video was the correct one, so I'm fixing mine here to match that. But if you like the wider version, you can absolutely keep it. Or if you want even more room, you can intentionally expand it by 1 block. This is your build. You make it the way you want. We're not being graded by the Minecraft tax office. Anyway, now that I have fixed my mistake, we're going to be finishing off that roof with a short gable shape right here. So after we've agreed on a roof, I'm going to also add some details by making the roof feel heavy by adding some support underneath the roof. So to help that transition from wall to roof feel smoother, I'm adding stripped spruce logs into the ends of the support logs where the roof meets the wall. This small detail makes a big difference. So however you want to fill in your roof is entirely up to you. You can see where I started out with a different type of block, but I did choose spruce after all. But if you're using a different resource pack and you have a favorite roof block, just go ahead and use that instead. From here, filling in the roof using spruce stairs, spruce planks, and spruce slabs. Once you have the pattern established, you just follow those roof lines across the house. This is one of those sections where the shape does the heavy lifting for you. For the sunroom, I'm adding granite walls and granite blocks to create a rounded frame around the largest window of the house. For the porch, I'm adding spruce trapdoors and campfires for texture and warmth. This gives the entry a more lived-in feel. And in the attic place where the roof ends, I'm going to be adding sandstone blocks and then adding sandstone stairs around the windows for that little extra texture. Next is the chimney. I'm stacking granite so that it is 1 block higher than the main roof. Then I'm going to be mixing regular granite, polished granite, granite walls, stacked granite slabs, just to add those textured details. And then after that, I'm going to add a few granite stairs so it looks like there's like little bricks missing, and that little bit of unevenness makes it feel older and more natural. So adding these little window gardens using mossy block, cherry trapdoors, and then bone milling them until I like the look. Behind the attic window gardens, I'm placing orange glass panes so they still glow through. I just continue bone mill until I just like the way that it looks. Okay, so for the garden, I usually try to make it look a little bit more lush. And the way that I do this is I stack moss blocks around the flower beds, but I'm keeping them no more than 2 blocks high. Just enough to make the landscaping feel layered. For the flower theme, I'm using lilacs, peonies as my tall flowers. Then I'm going to bone mill around the mossy blocks to get a natural grass and a few random azalea bits around the house. But if you have a favorite tall flower, you just use that instead. To frame the garden, I'm placing acacia fences in this soft curved shape. It's not stiff and square, it's more like a gentle hug around the garden. Then I'm going to be throwing in some accent flowers. You use whatever you love. I'm placing poppies and daisies and a little bit of pink and orange tulips just to break up the purple and pink tones. But here also, if you have a favorite short flower, use that instead. Now let's connect the cottage to the rest of the world. My path is always a little suggestive, not super strict. So if you already have a town path standard or a walk path style you're using, absolutely follow that instead. For mine, I'm mixing rooted dirt, coarse dirt, mossy stone brick, mossy cobble, and patches of grass. I want it to look like the garden grew around the path instead of the other way around. This is also another one of those places where I am building randomly. I'm just going over those and just placing it where it just is. So the mod of the month is Macaw's lamp and lights, and now we're going to bring those into our build. I'm using wall lanterns and garden lights and those little garden lanterns on posts to light up flowers at the walk path. This one's my favorite part because it makes the whole build feel warmer right away. After that, I'm trimming parts of the path with acacia fencing to help guide the eye and lead the way. The smallest details matter the most, and so we're going to tighten the details. I'm adding spruce stairs under stripped spruce support logs, and then finishing the ends with little cherry buttons. Tiny details like this help the house feel more intentional. Now I'm going to be adding vines and little lichen around the house. This is a random placement, but it adds age and softness for more of that overgrown gardener's vibe. Don't overdo it, just enough to make it feel like nature is getting comfortable. So for the inside, you can really do whatever fits your world best. I'll have a short coming later with my own interior suggestion, but for now I wanted to focus on the full outside appearance and get that exterior glow looking pretty. I'm adding clay pots and flower details both on the ground and hanging off the corners of the house. This little planted spot helps push the whole gardener's cottage theme even further. I'm also tucking some of the azalea leaves for that lush garden feel, especially near the roof line. But if you have another leaf type that you love more, use that instead. This build can absolutely be personalized. And at this stage, stop and just look at the build for a second. I always build until the house tells me it's complete. Never underestimate observation. Sometimes the last improvement is just noticing what still feels empty. And that's it. We're all done. Our cozy gardener's cottage. I really love how this one turned out. Its shape, warmth, flowers, and just enough storybook charm without being too complicated to build in survival. If you enjoyed this tutorial, make sure to like and subscribe and share if you like to support the channel. And let me know in the comments what flower palette you would like to use for your own version. I would really like to know how you make these builds your own. You can find the links below for the resource pack, the mod of the month, and all the details for this build. And keep an eye out for the speed build and the interior short coming later. Thank you so much for building with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Until next time, keep it charming, stay creative. Bye-bye.